If I hated them after I got outside that gate, then they would still have me. That's what Nelson Mandela said after spending 27 years in prison. Anger can feel powerful. It can feel righteous. It can feel protective. But what if we've misunderstood it? What if anger isn't a flaw, but a signal? Today, we'll explore 10 life-changing facts about anger and how they might change the way you see yourself and others. Anger isn't always what it seems. Anger is loud. It bursts forward. It demands to be seen. But if you pause and look underneath it, you'll often find something softer: fear, grief, embarrassment, or pain. We use anger as armor because it feels stronger than sadness. It makes us feel like we're taking control, even when we're falling apart inside. But what if, instead of pushing through, you got curious? What if the anger was just a messenger? Ask yourself, what is my anger trying to protect? What emotion is hiding underneath the flame? You might be shocked to discover it's tenderness. And when you treat that tenderness with care, anger begins to loosen its grip. Anger feels good until it doesn't. There's a reason we hold on to anger. It gives us a rush, a hit of certainty. It says, I'm right, they're wrong. It gives us control or the illusion of it. In the moment, it can feel like confidence. But that rush, it doesn't last. What comes after is usually fatigue, regret, a tighter chest, a shorter fuse. It's like drinking salt water. The more you consume, the thirstier you get. It might feel good in the moment, but long-term, it dehydrates your spirit. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that chronic anger increases inflammation and weakens the immune system. So while your mind feels pumped, your body pays the price. Ask yourself, is the short-term fire worth the long-term burn? Anger and aggression are not the same. Feeling anger is natural. It's human, but expressing it through aggression is a choice. You can be angry and still be calm. You can be angry and still be kind. Aggression is action. Anger is emotion. There's always a breath between the two, and that breath is your power. Imagine standing at a fork in the road. One path leads to reaction, the other to reflection. The difference between damage and healing often lies in that single breath. Venting makes anger worse. We've been told to let it out, yell into pillows, scream in the car, punch something safe. But studies say otherwise. The more you vent, the more your brain learns to spiral. According to Dr. Brad Bushman from The Ohio State University, venting to reduce anger is like using gasoline to put out a fire. It only feeds the flame. You're not releasing your anger, you're rehearsing it. Instead of fueling the flame, try observing it. Sit with attention. Feel it fully. Let it pass through you, not out of you. Stillness can be more powerful than outburst. It's not the event, it's the story. Two people can experience the same moment and feel completely different things. Why? Because it's never just the event, it's the meaning we attach to it. If someone cuts you off in traffic, you might think, what a jerk. Or you might think, maybe they're rushing to the hospital. Same situation, very different emotions. Your anger isn't about what happened. It's about what you told yourself it meant. Our thoughts shape our feelings. Change the story, and you change the emotion. That doesn't mean ignoring the truth. It means telling a better one. Perfectionism is hidden anger. If you constantly feel like you're not doing enough, being enough, or achieving enough, that pressure might come from a voice inside you, one that's not kind. That's not ambition. That's anger, turned inward. The perfectionist says, try harder. But what it often means is, you're failing. And the longer we let that voice lead, the more it wears us down. What if your pursuit of perfection is just a fear of not being lovable? What if being good enough is actually just human? The antidote? Self-compassion. Not complacency, but gentleness. Speak to yourself the way you'd speak to someone you love. Anger builds walls. Boundaries are healthy, but when anger sets the rules, it builds walls, not bridges. Walls say, stay out. They might keep others from hurting you, but they also keep people from knowing you. We say we're protecting ourselves, but often we're just hiding behind fear. When anger is running the show, protection becomes isolation. Ask yourself, is this boundary helping me connect or hide? Could honesty build a door where anger built a wall? Suppressed anger numbs everything. You might not explode. You might stay calm. Keep the peace, stay quiet. But where does the anger go? When we push it down, it doesn't disappear. It sinks and takes our joy down with it. Because numbing one emotion means numbing them all. You can't silence rage without silencing wonder, delight, love. Research shows that emotional suppression is linked to anxiety, depression, and even physical illness. Feeling is messy, but it's also where aliveness lives. Don't numb your way through life. Feel your way into it. Anger can be fuel. Anger is energy. Raw, wild, uncomfortable energy. Left unchecked, it destroys. But channeled with purpose, it builds. Artists, activists, leaders, many start with anger, but they don't let it control them. They transform it into action, into clarity, into change. Ask yourself, what could I build if I didn't let this fire burn me? What if this anger was a signpost pointing to what matters most? You don't have to fight anger. Anger isn't your enemy. You don't have to fix it, fight it, or suppress it. You can sit with it, watch it, breathe with it, let it rise and fall. Because here's the truth, when you stop reacting to anger, it starts releasing you. That's not weakness, that's mastery. And in that stillness, a new kind of power is born, not loud or brash, but deeply rooted. After all, anger isn't bad. It's not evil. It doesn't need to be fixed. It needs to be heard, not silenced or solved, but truly listened to. Because anger is a message, a flare from the emotional depths trying to show you something you've missed. And when you slow down and really listen, not just to the noise, but to the signal underneath, you might find it's not rage that lives there. It's pain, it's boundaries crossed, it's a voice that's long been ignored. And maybe, just maybe, that voice is trying to guide you home, to truth, to courage, to healing. And now, that is interesting.